country goes back to when we first came to this country. We were brought here as a cheap source of labor or free labor. As a result of that, we were viewed as human chattel, property that could be owned, and we were not considered in any means under the Constitution other than being counted as 3/5 of a human being for the purpose of the census, so the individuals who own chattel slaves could benefit from the federal support that that they could receive for having slaves, but yet not allowed to exercise any rights that normal citizens could exercise in this country. After the passage of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, we found that many individuals going to the polls but could not cast an effective ballot. As a result of that, it took 14 years, 9 trips to the Supreme Court over redistricting, the drawing of the political boundaries to determine whether or not individuals who cast a ballot that were able to cast an effective ballot and elect candidates of their choice. Fortunately, in Mississippi, that battle continued, and we were able to elect more African Americans to public office than any other state in the country. 10% of all elected officials who are of African descent reside in the state of Mississippi.
I think it's important to maintain districts where minority voters can elect a candidate of their choice because of the long and shameful history of Louisiana with respect to respecting the rights of ethnic minorities and other marginalized stakeholder groups. Under the Voting Rights Act, states that were part of the old Confederacy and a few local jurisdictions around the country, those jurisdictions that have a long and well-documented history of violating the rights of voters of color are required to pre-clear any change in voting procedures, rules, or redistricting with the Justice Department. That's the primary protection under the Voting Rights Act.
We have to determine the method and process as well as the districts by which people get elected from. And if you have not understood that, if you don't know how that process works, then you are totally dependent upon someone doing that for you. And if you don't know how it works, those that's doing it could not be doing it fair or in a just manner, and you will never know it. So it's important that you yourself get involved in the process, learn the process, so that you can contribute to the actual drawing of the districts, just like by your being counted, you participated in the determining to what extent and the amount of resources that came into your state.
The Census Bureau is a nonpartisan organization. Even though the census counts determine the reapportionment and then inform the redistricting, we have nothing to do with this. Our job is to count everyone once and only once and in the right place. That's all we do. Then we give back the information to the people freely. That's our job. The states handle redistricting. We actually do calculate the reapportionment counts, but that's the end of it. We are a non-political organization.
Process by which political boundary lines are redrawn, that determines simply who can run for office and who can vote for that office. But if we could just keep it simple and tell people it's a process where lines are going to be redrawn that determines who can run for an office and who can vote for that office.
Keyword. Process. Go through a lot of different things as a part of that process, but ultimately that process is going to take you to not drawing, redrawing. When you say redrawing, you mean you're redoing something, right? The lines are already there now, so you're going to redraw them, and once you redraw them, that's when it determines
who can run, who can vote for that person that's running in that seat. You should live over here outside of the district, what they tell you. You can't vote. You're in another district. So pulling it all together in a very simple form, this is what you tell them. And I believe if you say that to them, they will understand.
So we all got that?
So we got that.
All right, somebody tell me right quick, what is redistricting? What is it?
It's the process by of redrawing lines to determine who can vote, who can run, and who can vote.
So if that's what redistricting is, when is it generally done? You telling me or you can ask me? Okay. After the census. So redistricting is done every 10 years following the U.S. Census.